Good day to everyone watching this video from every part of the world, and good day to my able clients. Good day to everyone who are supporting me. Some people are just source of encouragement. Some people will just go to my video even without building a house. They just call me and commend me that I am really doing a great job. Thank you very much. Some people appreciate me. A lot of engineers call me, they will appreciate me. They say, this, you are really giving us a head up for all this thing you are doing. These are things that people tutor people tutor people and they get money for it. That is what I do freely and post online for people to view so that they can get experience in everything they lay their hand to do. In fact, some people call me, they just dash. Some people, I've seen person that call me that send 20,000 to me, 15,000, 10,000. Some people used to send recharge card for me. One person recently even sent me recharge card of 5,000 naira. I was surprised. Those are the people that are following me on YouTube. Those are the people that are. They are not even the people that bought material from me. They are just people who admonish someone, who commend your work, who appreciate you. That is what they do, and I really appreciate them too. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting me, and thank you for following my YouTube video. I really appreciate you too. So today we'll be discussing, a lot of people still call me about some questions that I have already explained previously. So I will still be going through those questions again. Now, I want to talk about some roof. For now, there are something that are in vogue, latest things. I think in Nigeria now, the latest roof that is good that people are using now is stone coated roofing material. After aluminium is stone coated. Those are the two related and natural and how can I put it now? Durable that fits the condition of Nigeria. Those are the two roofs for now in Nigeria. The stone coated roofing tiles and the aluminium. So the one that is very, very latest and in vogue is the stone coated. Stone coated has different advantage. It's an alloy, and on the alloy it will have a stone that is coated with a paint on it. So it has double advantage compared to aluminium. One, it make your house cooler when you use it. Some people will come and they say a water that is falling from stone coated, you can't drink it. It's a lie. You can drink the water. Nothing happens. It's just a stone coated with not an asbestos. It's a stone coated. It's a stone coated with a paint and is plated on top of a alloy. So it's very, very durable. You can drink the water. Nothing happen. So advantage of those stone coated roofing is that it make your house beautiful. It make your house beautiful. It make your house have a clean shape. It make your roof very clean and neat and straight. It also give your building cooling effect. It give your, when rain is falling, it produce 0% noise. Normal zinc is noisy, followed by aluminium. Aluminium too is noisy a little, but this one doesn't have noise. So if you are building a house, the first roof, if you have the money, the first roof you consider is stone coated, using stone coated. It is in vogue. It has more advantage than aluminium. Some people will just be discouraged. Some people will tell you that it is fading. It is not fading. Even though it's fading, it's still better than aluminium. Some blend. In fact, most of them, the one that I'm selling, most of them are not even fading. No one is fading. And I've never, in fact, there are some stock when we are selling stone coated at the rate of 1,500 per square meter. There is some house that I did in Bejuleki. If I still go, that house is still intact up till now. You see, a person that wants to stay in business for long, we have to produce a better thing. You not produce what people will be buying and complaining and tarnishing your image that this is not good. So forget about quality and perfect work. We are number one. So today I think that my client that I told you that I did his window last week, and When I went to the site, we went to the site to check the window before we produce the window, then to measure the window. So opposite that house, I saw a very fine building. In fact, that building is completed. Just remain people should be there's just remain tenants, or I don't know, maybe the owner, to move into the house. Do you know what disfigured the house? The house is the structure, the architectural structure, very beautiful. The finishing, the paint, the kind of paint and the marble they give to the house, wow, is very beautiful. But what the window, the color of the window they do for the color of casement window design they put for the house, superb. But you know what killed the house? The roof. Somebody that built an authentic, a very structural building like that now use step ties aluminium. I'm not telling anybody that step ties aluminium is bad. I'm not saying step ties aluminium used to spoil. I'm not saying step ties aluminium used to rust or fade or do anything. Step aluminium is very stable. But when we're talking about structural beauty now, structural beauty and cleanliness, you can't compare aluminium with stone coated. In fact, the engineer that advised that man to use, the owner, I don't know the owner of the house, the engineer that advised the person that built that caliber of a house and he now install aluminium step ties on it, that is a very wrong idea. In fact, that's, if you just see the house like this, the step ties aluminium disfigure the house and every other thing is very, very beautiful. After the step ties aluminium, they will now still put water collector. So the water collector, that step ties aluminium is not even bringing out the beauty of water collector. You see, in that type of house, that type of house is supposed to go with a stone coated. It's supposed to go with either bond or classic or shingle. Any stone coated design will bring the beauty. That house will be very perfect. That house will be unique. That house will be the latest house in that area. So in that area now, when you enter that area from the door, the house that I did, even they've not plastered the house, it's just only the roof. That is the only house you'll be looking. Is the most finest house in that area because of the used stone coated. They've not even plastered the house, they've not do anything, but because of the used stone coated, the house is unique. When you just enter that street from the main road, because that place is slopey down, the main road is a little bit hill. When you are on the road before you drop down to the street, the house that I roof with melano, wine and black, you just be looking at the house. In the opposite, you will see that house that I told you they do with step ties aluminium. You will see it. That roof disfigured the structural put up of that place. So when you are building, firstly consider stone coated. If you don't have money now, it's not even about money now. You see, before, around 2018 and 2019, aluminium is very cheap. Aluminium 0.55 step ties that time is 1,500, 1,400 something. Now aluminium step ties is 3,300. Stone coated is 3,700, 3,650. It's just how much? Just like 350 difference or 450 difference. Before the difference between stone coated and aluminium is just like 1,000 naira, 1,200 naira difference. So some people will be running from stone coated because it's too expensive buying aluminium. But now, if you are building a very standard house in the east and you use aluminium, you are just wasting your money because aluminium is very, very expensive. Why not come to Lagos? Come to Lagos, do a carcass. Let me tell you one thing. See, when you are doing a carcass of stone coated, it's cheaper compared to that of aluminium. In the aluminium carcass, you are going to use 3x3 to do the pole line spacing. 3x3 is expensive compared to 2x2. In stone coated, you are going to use 2x2 to do the pole line. 2x2 is lesser than 2x3. So that's why I used to have, there's one of my clients that did house. He wanted to use, when I see the structure of that house, I say, sir, are you building this house for commercial or do you want to sell it? He says, it's my personal house. I say, sir, forget about step ties aluminium, use stone coated. So he was saying, I don't have money, I'm just managing. I say, sir, when you do carcass now, from the carcass of stone coated will be lesser than that of aluminium. So again, when you do quotation of aluminium step ties 5 that you want to use, and you do quotation of stone coated that you want to use, you will just see that maybe it's 50,000 naira or less than 50,000 naira or 70,000 naira will be the difference. So why don't you go for stone coated? So what we now conclude, and now it's my carpenter that he used, we now conclude that since he was panicking that he was afraid he don't have money, I said, okay, do a woodwork of stone coated. A woodwork of a stone coated, you can install all the roofing pattern on it. You can even use asbestos, you can use slate, you can use anything when you do a woodwork of a stone coated. But when you do a woodwork of a aluminium, you cannot use stone coated on it. So we concluded that my carpenter should do a woodwork of a stone coated for him. So if we now want to measure it, when he's ready to buy the roofing, if we now want to measure it, we will now measure aluminium step ties. I will give him the quotation of aluminium step tie. We will now measure a quotation. We will now measure for stone coated. I will give him a quotation of stone coated. You know, when we do the quotation of both now, the difference is less than 90,000. He now say, Mr. Niyi, you are giving me good advice. So the man later used classic. You see, you'll be thinking that the differences that are in the quote will be like 1,500,000. I lie you, it's just little difference. So carry your head, be using stone coated. Run away. If you are building a very good house, either if you want to use aluminium, if you are building a commercial house, you want to use aluminium, use long span. Don't bother yourself using step ties, because step ties is expensive now in the east. In the east and in the south side, like Benin or Warri, step ties is more expensive than stone coated. If you are building a house in Benin, or you are living in diaspora, use stone coated. Come to Lagos, call me. You will see that the stone coated you will buy in here will be lesser than buying aluminium in that place. Even long span aluminium is expensive in Warri and Benin side. It's more expensive. So when you use stone coated, you will spend lesser money. But many of people don't know, because stone coated is expensive now. Aluminium is expensive now. Not before that we are selling aluminium 0.55 metcopo for 1,400. Now is almost 3,400, and stone coated is 3,700. Just how much difference? 300 naira difference. So when you do the calculation now, you just see the difference, and the quantity of aluminium that you're going to use, the quantity of aluminium is higher than that of stone coated. Aluminium, you will use roof, you will use cladding, you will use ivangu, you will use ridges. All the ridge, you are going to carve it out from the pan. You will still mean that you are spending much money. Even some aluminium quotation will be much that of stone coated. So when you use stone coated now, some people, I have a lot of people that are in my contacts now that they've used aluminium previously, but their house, they now see that house, I should have used stone coated. So some people want to remove it now. I even have one person that is coming from France. He said, when you come to Nigeria, if rain is not falling again, if rain is not falling, that is the time it will, because he has load in the house. You just remove the aluminium and put stone coated. You see, you have to cool down, because I told you, I said beauty of a house is the roof. Beauty of a house is the roof. You need to cool down for the roof you want to use. Don't let any engineer or anybody confuse you that stone coated is expensive. Stone coated is not expensive. It's aluminium. Aluminium is even more expensive when you want to do it, because you are going to buy more 3x3. 3x3 is more expensive than 2x2. So let's get that one. Go for stone coated. If you are building your personal house, go for stone coated. If you are building a commercial house, if you don't have money, if you want to manage, go and use long span. Go and use long span 0.45. That is better. Call me for that. You will see that you are spending, but using step ties 0.55, it's better you use stone coated, because step ties is costly now. Some people will even say they want to use met copo and stone coated is, even quotation of met copo will be more than that stuff on stone coated nowadays. And stone coat aluminum has doubled. The price of aluminum has doubled. Aluminum is every day. Aluminum is skyrocketing. The price of aluminum is going higher every day, and stone coated is just increasing by maybe 20 naira, 15 naira, like that. Everything has doubled in Nigeria, but that of aluminum is more expensive now. So some people used to call me about the aluminum parapet. You see, sometimes my carpenter are very busy. I may not be able to give everybody carpenter. Even nowadays, my carpenter is just coming from a site in Ondo State. There I see some people that are pending, and I don't want to use. I have a lot of carpenter, but especially those carpenter in Ibadan. I have 3 carpenter, but those carpenter I have in Ibadan, they are not sincere. I gave a carpenter that just called for a job. Okay, go and do work for this person. After he has done the woodwork, we install. The person that want to do window, he was telling the person that he should give him the contract of the window. He should not give me. The man now called me. I said, Mr. Aniya, you know the one that introduced this carpenter to me? I said, you see that man, don't work with him. That man is a stupid man. You see, a lot of them like that. Some people, you just give them, they will not even call you, I've finished this work. Some people, they won't go to site, they will be going to another. After they've collected this work, they will do half and go to another site. That's why I don't like you. And I don't want person that will stress me. That's why I just have only 2 carpenters in Lagos here, that I know that if they are in the site, they must finish their work before they leave there. They will give you, even as at last 2 weeks, there are 2 people. One person came from US. He was saying he want to do the, and he's already doing a house. He's already doing a house for another client in Abeokuta. And he don't want to put his boy there. He want to be there himself. So this person was shouting that he want to go back to US. And I just find another carpenter and give him. I did the work. So for that Ibadan, if anybody, I just have carpenter in Lagos, and I have some carpenter in Benin. I don't have any carpenter in Ibadan and other states. Other states that need carpenter is my carpenter that will go from, if you pay his transport, he will go anywhere. He work everywhere. He has done a lot of work in Ogun State and Ondo State. So because of carpenter are not readily available, I will be showing any people that need aluminum parapets. I will show you I will show you how the structure, so that you can show your carpenter how the structure of aluminum parapets look. Okay, let's watch this video. So this is one design of aluminum parapet woodwork. You can see it. You can show your carpenter this. That is the design. So this is how they modify it. You can see. Check it very well. So this is the aluminum parapet. This is the aluminum parapet. You can see it. This is the woodwork of the aluminum parapet. So this is another. This is it. So that is the video. This is another. That one is another pattern. This is another pattern of aluminum parapet. You can see this one is a simple one. This one is just everything is 2x. You just use everything 2x2, 2x3 here. That's what they use here. So this is when we are installing the house in Sapele. This is the aluminum parapet. Aluminum parapet have different designs. So this is the house. The house is step ties. So this first one, and I'll show you this one. This is when we completed the house. This is what it brings out. So this is the house. That was the aluminum parapet. This is the house. This is the finishing of the house. So this is the aluminum parapet. So we can show your carpenter. That is the aluminum parapet. So this is some people that will be complaining about using aluminium. You can't compare aluminium and stone coated. Stone coated is unique. Stone coated is more beautiful rather than using aluminium. You can see this aluminium now. This is a Metcopo aluminium. How will this person use stone coated? You will see that the differences between the price will not be lesser than I tried convincing him, but he said he want to use Metcopo. So he was even complaining. You can see when you check this, you see the ridge, you see the point of nail. Even the Metcopo, you see the point of nail. You must nail it. If you don't nail it, it will be leaking. So he was complaining about all those places. I said, why don't you use stone coated if you don't want to see all those things? No matter how, you must see all those things, all those nailing points, you must see it in stone coated. But his own is just clamp up and do and snap it. When you are looking from a distance, you don't see all those things. So that is just the difference between aluminum. This is a bond design. You can see unique. When you plaster this house now, you see everything will come out. This house was like 650 square meter. We did it in somewhere in Ifo. So that was the house. This one is too. It's another stone coated. This is a bond. So this is a house. This house is a very big house, but we can't snap it from very close. We have to go because there are buildings there. That's why the picture is not too clear. So this one is Milano, and this house is somebody that owns this house is in Italy. So this house is almost like 1,250 square meter that finishes. It's a very big house. The campus is almost 28 feet. So it's a very tall house. This is the house. So we did it in Benin. So this is another house that I did in Ifo area. This is another house. All this house was done this year. So that Ifo, let me show you that Ifo house. Okay, this is the Ifo house. So even this person was trying to use aluminium. You can see this house now. This house is almost like 4-bedroom flat en suite, and what finished this house is less than 1,350,000 naira. So all this roof is like it's not up to 300 square meter. That's what finished this house, and we use black bond. So this is another house that we use black Milano. This one was done in Abukuta. This one is 550 square meter, so it's a very big house too. So this is another house that we use classic. So this is a house. This one, this design. This is a Roman design. This house is 480 square meter. It's a 4-bedroom in the front and 2 mini flat at the back. So this one is 485 square meter. We use classic on it. This is the man I want to use. This is the house that I told that the person wanted to use step ties. I told him that use stone coated. So the coat is just less than 9,000 naira difference. So we later used stone coated. So that was the house. So the house is classic design. So this is the house that I did in. This one is aluminum parapet. You can see. And what I told you initially, that aluminum parapet is lesser. If you have the person that can do the woodwork, it's more affordable. It's affordable rather than using aluminum fascia or casting parapet. This is what we call aluminum fascia. Like this house now use aluminum fascia. This one, you can see this one. This make color that I see in the front is called the fascia. At the bottom now you have the ceiling. So this one is more expensive. It's more expensive using this type rather than using a aluminum parapet. Aluminum parapet is more affordable because you are going to just get the aluminum meters that will do this, that will bend this parapet. That's all. So you use 5.5 for it. So that's what I want to discuss today. This is the house that we did for that man I told you that introduced me to another client. You can see this house. This house is less than 500 square meter. That was the house. Let me show you the video of when we did the window. You can see when you are watching the house from down. If somebody wanted to give rough quotation of this house, the person will be given like 600 or 700 square meter because you'll be looking at the house. The house is very, very big. That is why I say you don't compare house. Don't compare the floor plan and the roofing plan. Some people will just go and pay engineer money. Engineer will they will just pay everything to the engineer. That's why some engineers are very rich. They get a lot of money. When you do your woodwork finish, you do it step by step. How I wish that's why I told you that they are giving this man quotation of almost 600 and something square meter. And what finishes house is not even up to 500 square meter. How big the house? But the roof plan is not wide like that. The height of the height is not too tall. So that is how you roll with the house. So I'm showing you the window that we just did for the house. You can see the house. So Thank you for watching this episode. See you next time.